Welcome back to day 2 of the automation challenge, and we're going to actually start testing out some prompts. This is a bit of a follow-up from yesterday's one, and we're going to be using Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and we're going to try and test out some different ways to actually summarize the book. So I often use the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule, when I'm summarizing, but I thought let's get a little bit creative and see what other methods could be used to summarize books. And surprisingly, we have recommendations of using a SWOT analysis, Eisenhower matrix, which I've never heard of, the Moscow method, 6 thinking hats, which really intrigued me. It's got a different hat for a different aspect of how it's summarized, and value chain analysis. So what I'm actually have done here is set up my Google Sheets, same as yesterday, where we have a prompt in the first column, we've got variables in the second column, and we need to have output in the third column. And this is going to be broken down into 2 videos. So first one today, second one tomorrow. And the first one, we're going to be testing which type of summary do we actually prefer. Tomorrow, then we'll look at refining it. So each prompt is the same, except for the last paragraph is asking for a different method. So this first one asks for the SWOT analysis. Second one asks for the Eisenhower. Third for the Moscow, 6 thinking hats, etc., etc. So we have our Google Sheets running the same way as yesterday. We have our test prompt sheet. It's got containers. We're limiting it to 10. Once we go to OpenAI, it is set up a little bit differently to yesterday. Because we actually have the prompt within Google Sheets, we're going to feed that directly into the system. So if you've used OpenAI's Playground, you'll know that you're able to control the system prompt. That's where we're going to populate that. And we're putting the variables where we're going to say the book and author's name is, and then we're going to be inserting the variable from B, which is Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And then we are going to be updating a row. So any of the outputs that comes from OpenAI, we're simply populating in that output column. So let's give it a go. We're just going to choose where to start. We're going to do all of them again, and let's give it a run. So first one's already picked up the bundle. Probably, yep, you can see the bundle here. So it's going to filter through each one of these, and one by one, OpenAI is going to run its prompt and then provide the output back into Google Sheets. And one thing we didn't touch on yesterday is you can add scheduling to your automation. So you can either trigger them instantaneously if there is that option for it. Not every trigger can be instant or timed. So every 15 minutes you could prompt this to be done. So we've got a SWOT analysis of Simon Sinek's book, which I think is quite interesting. Let's just wrap this text so we can see it here. So we've got strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We have the Eisenhower matrix, which is a lot shorter. The Moscow method also didn't really provide much of a summary that's different to the SWOT analysis. We've got 2 more coming. The 6 thinking hats is the one that I was most interested in, and this looks very interesting. All right, and the last one was using the value chain analysis, which was quite a lot smaller, more to the point. So we have different, as you can see, just by changing the style or the formatting of the summary that we've asked for, we get a very different output in each one of these. So this can be really useful when you are designing your prompt in experimenting by keeping the variable the same, what you're ultimately going to be changing later, but first testing the prompt. I got to be honest, this 6 thinking hats one is really intriguing to me. So, but I'm going to leave it to you. I'll drop these in the comment. If you'd like the actual file, just comment automations and I'll DM it to you. But I'll populate these in the comments and let me know which one you would like us to move forward with. I'm hoping the 6 thinking hats, this is the one that's very interesting to me. And from here, we'll actually then look at how we can refine it and then test out different variables, which will be the different books. So let me know in the comments. I look forward to seeing what you think is the most interesting one for us to move forward with. And we'll continue tomorrow, day 3 of the automation challenge.